I was in bed with my lover, naked beneath sweat-drenched sheets, texting my husband like nothing had changed. "I'm sorry for being distant lately. I'll make it up to you when I get back. Send." The irony stung. He didn't deserve that lie. He deserved better. But I kept the act going until he decided it was funny to ruin everything. A flash, a click, a photo of his junk, captioned, "Your wife's favorite toy," sent directly to my husband. I didn't know until it was too late. The moment I saw the notification pop up on his screen, message sent, Mark, ring heart, my stomach flipped. I yanked the phone, wide-eyed, heart clawing at my ribs. He laughed, said it was a joke. I slapped him so hard he bled. Mark went no contact within 20 minutes. No replies, no calls, no trace. I rushed home, adrenaline surging with guilt and dread. The Uber ride felt like a coffin. I expected screaming, divorce papers, maybe nothing. But when I stepped through the front door, I froze. Right there, in the center of our living room, where the couch used to be, sat a table, a glass table, lit from beneath. On it, laid out perfectly, were hundreds of printed photos, screenshots, messages, pictures, me, him, us. It was like walking into a museum of my own betrayal. I didn't cry, I didn't scream. I stood still, staring into the cold, calculated chaos my husband had crafted. And that's when I realized I wasn't the only one who knew how to play the long game. We'd been married 6 years. Mark was kind, patient, brilliant, a corporate attorney who read people like books, highlighted, bookmarked, and dog-eared. I was his wild card, his sun and his storm. He called me unpredictable. I thought he meant it lovingly. He gave me everything. I gave him almost everything, except fidelity. The affair didn't start out of boredom. It started out of ego. I liked the attention. I liked being wanted outside of the vows I had sworn. I told myself it wasn't serious, that Mark would never know, that secrets buried stay dead. But they don't. They rot, they fester, and eventually they crawl to the surface. Mark's silence wasn't panic, it was power. I called, nothing. Texted, nothing. Bank accounts, emptied. Passwords, changed. Locks, replaced. He'd erased me like a hard reset, and I knew in my gut, this wasn't spontaneous rage. This was months in the making. I retraced my steps. Had he known? How long? What had I missed? Then I remembered. Subtle things. The new security camera above the hallway. The quiet dinner where he said, "People show you who they are when they think you're not watching." The burner phone I found in his drawer and dismissed. He had been collecting everything, waiting, but I wasn't going down like that. Stayed calm. I got smart. I pulled my own records. Hired a tech guy to recover my deleted messages. I learned what he had, how deep he dug. He had my hotel receipts, GPS logs, even phone call recordings. He could have burned me alive with that evidence, but he didn't. He left it all on display, like an exhibition for one, me. And that's when it clicked. This wasn't his revenge. This was the beginning of mine. I knew Mark. I knew his soft spot, his weakness, his obsession with appearances. He hadn't filed for divorce yet because he wanted to control the narrative. So I gave him something better to control. I went to his office. No warning, no makeup, no performance. I handed his assistant an envelope and walked out. Inside, a letter of confession, a list of my sins, and a signed postnup giving him full financial custody of all shared assets if he filed within 30 days. Calculated? Self-destructive? Not quite. He filed the next morning. I cried in the courtroom like a perfect villain caught in her own trap. The media didn't pick it up, yet, but I had friends. Friends who owed me. Friends in PR, law, and social. I whispered. They spread. His law firm started hearing rumors. She cheated, but he used spyware. He tracked her without consent. Privacy breach? Abuse of surveillance tech? I never accused him. I didn't have to. Whispers do what shouts never can. They linger. Clients pulled out. The firm restructured. Mark was offered a quiet retirement. He took it. 2 months later, I sent him a package. No return address. Inside, a single photo. The same one my lover sent him. Only this time, cropped. No caption, just the image. But this time, the background was different. It was the divorce court bathroom. My lover had followed me there that day. We had one last encounter. I made sure the angle was unmistakable. I wanted him to know, even at the end, I wasn't done. You see, revenge isn't a loud act. It's subtle. It's patient. It's precise. Mark thought he was playing chess, but he underestimated how far I was willing to go to reclaim my narrative. He tried to humiliate me. I made sure he walked away wondering if he was ever in control. And now, he's alone, unemployed, and still watching. Because when you marry a storm, you don't get to choose when it ends. You just pray you survive the flood.